Hello, good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing very well and had a lovely week. Today, we are back with our sustainability program webinars in partnership with BT. Super excited because we've got Kieran Armstrong with us today. Hey, Kieran.
Hello.
Hello. So Kieran is the founder of Sustainable Pathways. I don't think he needs too much of an introduction because you're all very aware of who he is. But today, Kieran's going to be talking through why sustainable strategies are vital for business long and short term, key strategies to consider, such as circular economy and how to incorporate them into your business, and why sustainable strategies will help to drive cash flow. So lots and lots of great practical advice for you today. We're recording as always, so if you miss out on anything, don't worry, you can always catch up. We'll send it to your email and it will be hosted online as well. So it'll be there forever and ever. If you've got any more questions as we go, I know Kira's got some interactive sections, so please do get involved in that. If you've got any questions, please do put them into the Q&A section because it makes it a little bit easier for us to see them. And also do get involved in the chat, say hello and let us know your business. We always love to see who's on the calls with us. And just finally, before we go, I just want to say a massive thank you to BT for helping us host these sessions. Obviously, we know sustainability is a super important topic and something really close to our hearts. So anyway, I'm going to leave Kieran to host the session and we'll be back at the end.
All right,
Over
Amber.
to you.
See you in a bit. Okay, everyone, welcome. Just introduce yourself in the chat, where you're from, etc. I'm just going to stop sharing, just get myself sorted here. 2 seconds. But yeah, let us know where you're at in the world. 2 little seconds. Ah, it's all coming in now. London, nice. Who else have we got in London? It's always a bit weird doing webinars. Like I enjoy doing webinars, I enjoy doing workshops, but effectively I'm talking to myself for the next 60 minutes, which is kind of odd. Just tell me, does anyone else talk to themselves? I'm a small business owner, just like many of you. Does anyone else talk to themselves throughout the day? Just give us a yes. I have some of the best meetings with myself. I don't know if anyone else does, but yeah, so that's yeah, Sophie, thank you. Yeah, good. Yeah, Claire, I knew I wasn't alone. Yeah, Amber, nice. Bob, yes, cool. As you're introducing yourself, just give it a yes or a no, whether you talk to yourself, because that's what I'm going to be doing. You're never wrong in those meetings. You're right, Tammy. You always seem to be right. They're great meetings, unlike ones when you have other people in them. Then it's a little bit more complicated. Great. So what I'm going to do, we're going to have something a little bit different today. I'm south of Spain, Marta. Lovely. I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm moving to Valencia next week for 3 months. There you go. So Marta, maybe see you there. Let me know where you are in Spain. Um, okay, we're going to do something a little bit different today. So I'm talking to myself, but I'm not going to talk at you for 60 minutes or 45 minutes and then do a Q&A, right? That is the sort of status quo with online webinars, training workshops. That's not what we're going to do today. We're going to do something a little bit different. Disclaimer, I've not actually done this in this way before, so it's new to me. So yeah, but we'll learn as we go. But it should hopefully be you're going to learn through a slightly different approach. But what I'd like to do before that is we're going to use Menti quite a lot today. So we can use the chat at times, but I'd really like when we're having, you'll see what I mean as we move forward. When we're having sort of discussions around the workshop, I'd like you to use Menti, okay? But that will make sense as we go. So we're going to try using Menti first. I know some of you will have used it before. So if you just click on that link there that I've put in the chat, that should hopefully allow you to do the first question, which is just what's gone well for you this week? Oh no, 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 no. Don't answer that question. Do not answer that question. Cancel, 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 cancel. Okay, don't answer that one. I take it back. Right. Let me just get there. Let me just try again. Sorry. Sorry. Bit clunky to start with. We'll get there. We'll speed up. It should say water. No. Okay. Ignore that question, right? Ignore that. Just tell me something that's gone well for you this week then. Put in the chat something that's gone well for you. And yeah, I'm gonna get these slides up and shut up and get going. Granada, Marta, great, perfect, Granada. I don't know why the first question was meant to be what has been a highlight your week on Menti, and it's not worked. So there we go. It's definitely my fault, not the technology. Right, let's get into this. And yeah, use the Q&A for other things. It is okay. It is doing that. Okay, cool. Okay, great. So I don't know why it's not working for me. This is fun, isn't it? Okay. Oh, okay, it's working. Okay, cool. Okay, Cam, relax, relax heart. Right. We had a few. Have we got a few in there? I'll just share my screen. Starting back after 2 weeks away. Okay, this is working. Cool. There we go. Starting back 2 weeks away, starting my carbon literacy training. Nice. We're up and running. Woo, phew. I thought we were off to a bad start there. Finishing the month strong despite it being the summer holes. Yeah, the sun is shining. Good. You're obviously not in Glasgow because it's been raining here for the past 2 weeks, although it was sunny yesterday. What's gone well this week? Being contacted by someone who wished to promote one of our key products. I mean, that is a good thing. That we all love that. Fantastic. That's always good news. I have launched an ebook and an investment masterclass. Yay. Well, yay for you. That is great. I love it. Good on you. Share it. Share the ebook. Share your masterclass. Seeing your brother twice and signing up for some training. Nice. We like it. Preparing for returning homeschooling. Strong. Good effort. Any other homeschoolers in the room? Started working with a new client, and we've recently updated a number of our products using home compostable materials, and they are now 100% recyclable and compostable. Congratulations, well done. Building up social media and talking to someone on to help. Lovely. Schools have been back, so normality has returned. Nice. Yeah, now you can have your holiday, right? The school holidays have happened. Now you can go back to your way of life. Love it. Thank you, Letitia, for sharing your masterclass. Getting an interior concept presentation, having a wonderful coaching session, getting new leads through our social media, having reignited our posting. Do you know what? It is reassuring when you get a lead through your social media because you're like, I don't know if anyone else has this as a small business owner, you'll be posting, you're like, this has just gone into like the abyss. And then every now and again, when you get someone sort of going, hey, I saw that, I'd be interested, it's reassuring. So I can really feel that. Had a great day with your grandson. Oh, lovely. Signed up for various trade talks, agreed to record podcast at 1 p.m. today. Well, good luck. Right, I'll stop there. We're going to get stuck into this session. Okay, so I just wanted to test out Menti to make sure that was working and obviously hear how your day's going. It's always good to start on a positive note. It gets us into a better frame of mind. So where were we? Well, we know that we all talk to ourselves. That's good. And yeah, we're going to learn today a little bit about, we're going to cover this topic, strategies to boost your business. Boost your business strategies. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to talk at you for 60 minutes. We're going to do something a little bit different. So the overarching purpose of today is to empower you to place impact at the core of your business. That's what I want to get out today, is if you can place sustainability, place positive impact at the core of your business, empower you. Now, some of you will already be doing that. Some of you might be at the start of your journey. Some of you might be halfway there. But hopefully through today, will empower you. Get rid of some of that imposter syndrome, all right? And just get out there, do it, create an impact. That's my purpose, overarching purpose. So today, what we'll think about, why do impact strategies matter, or sustainability strategies? I'm going to call it impact today. What impact strategies should you focus on? That's another question we're going to think about today. And how can focusing on impact boost your cash flow? Those are the three areas we're going to cover today. Now, I've kept you on the hook a little bit. I've said I'm not going to talk at you. We're going to do something a little bit different. Using the chat, let's see. Can you guess what we might be doing using the chat? So if it's not going to be a sort of death by PowerPoint session, I'm going to try something a bit different. Have a guess. Yeah, I'm kind of I'm inspired by that quote, Benjamin Franklin. What is it he says? Teach me and I'll forget. Show me and I'll remember. Involve me and I'll learn. So I'm going to try and involve you today in the learning process, basically. That's my plan. That's the aim. That's my intention. We should add to that a new modern day generation and talk to me with PowerPoint for an hour and you'll kill me. So yeah, we're going to try something a little bit different. Any guesses? Any takers? Nope. Okay, that's fine. We'll move on. So we'll get back to using Menti in a moment. That's the plan for today. Hopefully you're all in the right place. If you're not here and you're looking at this going, why on earth I signed up to this, you're welcome to leave, or you can hang around because it'll be fun. Letitia, breakout rooms. I wish we were doing breakout rooms. Unfortunately not, because it's a webinar and we don't have that function, but that would be great. We will, if you sign up to the course, we'll be doing more of that soon. Game time. Yes, Jazz, you're close. Sharing ideas, all of that. Yeah, love it. Okay. So we're gonna do this through a game. We're gonna play a game today. Now, I was talking about this to someone last week, I was sharing what I was gonna do today, and they were like, "Oh, the word game cringes me out," and I was kind of like, it's a little bit cringe, right? You're an adult. I don't want to play a game. Well, you might. So if the word game is cringing you out there, and you're like, ugh, and you've just gone like that into yourself, then replace that with decision making workshop. Right? You're gonna make decisions today. You're gonna be in the driving seat in this workshop. I'm not going to be talking at you. You're going to be driving this session. You get to decide where we go here today. Does that make sense? Hopefully, give us a thumbs up emoji if you've got that. Cool. So how it's going to work is we're going to have three rounds, and three decisions to make in each of those rounds. So 3 rounds, three decisions to make. And in each round, you're going to help a business owner make a key decision. Now, these business owners, these stories, these decisions you're going to make are based on true stories, right? They're not 100% true, but they're based on true stories. I don't want to get myself into legal trouble, so they're based on true stories. And you're going to decide by, first of all, so I'll present the situation, the scenario, and then we're going to do two things. We're going to, first of all, have a discussion. Now, what you've just done there, Menti, you're going to add your arguments for and against why you think we should make one decision over the other, right? You're going to chat away in there. And what you can do on Menti is I think you can upvote other people's comments. So if you see someone that makes a really good case, you could be like, oh, I like that one, and you can like it. I'm pretty sure you can do that. I've not tried it yet. So that's what we're going to do, first part. And then we're going to cast our vote. And then we're going to move forward from there. Okay. So that's sort of the way we're going to work today. Now, important, just a little caveat to add, if you are watching this back online, you're watching it back live and you're thinking, how am I going to do this? You'll actually get a lot out of this and you'll be able to play along and get involved, even if you're not here at the moment. So yeah, stick with it if you're not here. Okay, cool. Any questions? Anything that you're not sure on? Everyone clear on that? Any thoughts? Are we ready to go? Kieran, shut up. Let's get into it. Is that what we're thinking? Yeah. Okay. Q&A. Let me just make sure. So I'll try and keep my eye on the chat as well. There's a lot going on, obviously, but I'll try and keep my eye on there. Okay. No question. Cannot see other answers. No worries. You'll get there. You'll be able to see the other answers. We've not got to that stage yet, but thank you, Jazz. Cool. Okay. I'm going to take it as we're good to go. Okay. No questions. Sweet. All right. Well, prepare yourself. So round one. Round one. Let me just get the chat back. Okay. Okay, cool. Round one. Are we ready? Are you ready? Right. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to press play and hopefully you can hear this. Otherwise, if you can't, just kick off in the group chat and you'll get my attention.
Hi everyone. I'm Amara, the solo founder of Nature's Thread. I run a small t-shirt company with a mission to create stylish, sustainable fashion that makes a positive impact. Right now, I'm deciding how to produce our next line of t-shirts, and this choice will significantly shape the future of my business. I'd love to get your input on which path to take. Here's what I'm considering. Pathway A. We could make our t-shirts from recovered materials. This would allow us to focus on a circular economy model, where we repurpose materials that might otherwise be discarded into something new and wearable. It's a great way to reduce waste and appeal to eco-conscious citizens, but it's not without challenges. Pathway B. Alternatively, we could produce high-quality, limited edition t-shirts from organic cotton. With this option, we'd implement a buy one, give one scheme. In this scheme, 10% of each sale would go into a fund, and at the end of every quarter, we donate the money collected to a cause chosen with input from our customers and community. This could be anything from creating a bursary for young people, to access quality education, to contributing to a global charity. It's a powerful way to create social impact, but it's also a more complex approach, and organic cotton can be resource intensive. What do you think? Which path should I take?
Okay. Hopefully we all got that, just to summarize. So we've got two options, two pathways. Now, we'll not cast our votes just yet. We'll get there. First of all, we're going to have a bit of a discussion. So pathway A, a circular economy model by turning reclaimed materials into t-shirts. That's pathway A for Amara. Pathway B, limited edition organic t-shirts with a buy one, give one scheme that collects funds, and then those funds are then used to donate to other projects. So those are your two options. Now, I'm going to let you decide because that's not how this game works. You're going to decide which way to go. So just bear with me. This is the first. Let me just see if we can get that. So Mentimeter, if you go back onto Mentimeter now, then yeah, we should have. You should now, with the same link, be able to now add your thoughts on that. Oh, sorry, Michaela. I'm really sorry. You almost jumped out your skin. Okay, really good point. Sorry about that. I will note that for future. Okay, so add your thoughts in here. Let me know if you're struggling, but you should be able to take your time. Thanks for the understanding, Michaela. Let me know if you're struggling there, but I'm assuming you're all typing away, or hopefully you are. Okay, oh, a few. Okay. Option 1, because t-shirts are not high value and will not likely be kept for a long time. Interesting. Okay. Pathway B, higher retail pricing opportunity, scarcity selling, and offers comms opportunities for demonstrating impact. Pathway A circular economy has less impact on the planet. Pathway A reuse materials instead of making new. Okay, keep them coming, keep them coming. We'll do a little timer here. I don't want to stress people out by having to type frantically, but we'll give enough time. Can't remember the answer, but the circular economy one as more beneficial to the environment. Great point. So if anyone can remember the answer, just option 1 was to make t-shirts out of reclaimed materials. So think, I don't know, bed sheets, all right? Old t-shirts, making them into new t-shirts. Anything that's reclaimed. The recycling option seems like the best option to me, but using recycled fabric also has issues. I love the circular economy as part of it myself. You're right. There is no pathway here without negative consequences. Pathway A, it's more environmentally friendly and it's using existing resources. Pathway B was too vague. What is the money actually going towards? I like that. I like your critical thinking. Pathway B, more sustainable. Nice. Okay. We'll give it another minute or two. You can have a bit of reflection. Anyone on the fence? Anyone sort of like, I'm not sure which way to go here? Undecided? We've got a few more coming in. Pathway A, more conscious. Pathway B, old to new. Okay, we'll move on. You can still type out your answers, but move on. We'll get a feel for this as we go. A more sustainable and easier to manage. Cool. Okay, so different ones there. Nice. We're going to move forward into the voting. Option B. Okay, last one. Higher prices include customers giving to charities, good corporate. Nice. Okay. Cool. Right, we're going to move forward into the voting. Sorry if you're still typing out. We'll find a bit of a flow here as we go through the rounds. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now it's time to vote. Which pathway should Amara choose, or which pathway should you choose? You're the group deciding here. Let's see how this unfolds. Oh, it's neck and neck. We should have like a horse race commentator here. 5-4 pathway A at the moment. 6-4. Keep those votes coming in. 9-5. Okay, I feel like pathway B's got a bit to come back from. Don't be disheartened if you didn't get your choice, by the way. Please stick with it, because that's hopefully you'll get another chance. 11-5. Okay, I feel like we've got a shocked emoji coming in the chat here. Pathway 13. While we're doing the voting bit, use the chat if you want to interact with each other. Just when we're doing the discussion bit, it'd be good to do the Menti, just because it's a bit easier for me to read it. So yeah, you're welcome to use the chat now while we're sort of lingering around here. 13-6. Okay, I think we've got a pretty conclusive election result. Okay, I'm going to assume that this isn't going to get pathway B isn't going to make some sudden comeback. I think that's a fair assumption to make. Okay, cool. Right, we'll move on. Pathway A it is. So the circular economy model. Now, Michaela and anyone else that don't get a fright with the change of voice, because we've gone for pathway A. I'm going to leave it. 3, 2, 1, sold. Right. Pathway A it is. Now, we're going to play another video here. This will be Amara and another voice will weaved in. So it's going to be 2 people you're going to hear from this time. So just be aware of that. Okay, pathway A we went for. So pathway A was a circular economy choice. Amara will remind you of that. And then we'll move forward from here. Right, listen up. Round 2.
Great choice. By choosing reclaimed materials, we're fully embracing a circular economy. This approach reduces waste, creates something unique, and appeals to eco-conscious customers. That said, sourcing quality reclaimed materials consistently could be a challenge. We'll also need to address potential customer concerns. Some might hesitate to buy t-shirts made from reclaimed materials, even if they're just as stylish and durable. It's an exciting path, but it will require creativity and strong branding. Thanks so much for your insights. I'm feeling more confident about our direction. Next up, I'm planning to approach a local retailer to stock our t-shirts, which could be a great opportunity to reach more people who value sustainable fashion.
Okay, we're going to be introduced to a new character. So that's Amara. Thank you for helping out, Amara. You've done a great job. Now we're introduced to Ivy. Are you ready?
Hi there, I'm Ivy, owner of One World Outlet. We've always been community focused, but I've been wanting to make our business more impactful. I just wasn't sure where to start. Recently, Nature's Thread approached me about stocking their t-shirts made from reclaimed fabrics. This feels like the perfect opportunity to start our sustainability journey. Here are the two pathways I'm considering. Pathway A. We could stock the reclaimed fabric t-shirts and introduce a circular return system where customers bring back old t-shirts for store credit. We'd send those t-shirts back to Nature's Thread to be turned into new products, attracting eco-conscious customers who want to be part of the circular economy. Pathway B. Alternatively, we could stock the t-shirts and create a comprehensive storytelling campaign. This would include in-store events, partnering with local artists to create an art installation from reclaimed fabrics, and featuring customer stories. This approach would turn our store into a hub for community engagement and environmental awareness. What do you think? Which pathway should I choose?
Okay, I'm just going to do a little recap there. So just so you, hopefully, thank you for your compliments, Gary. I'm glad you're enjoying the Notion use. So just, we've got pathway A. So Amara, you made a decision. Amara, if you didn't catch that, the name of Amara's micro business is called Nature's Thread. They make t-shirts, and now they make them out of reclaimed materials, thanks to yourselves, who've guided her down that route. So now she's been introduced to Ivy, who's going to stock those t-shirts. Now, Ivy is at the beginning of her journey. She's had a shop for a while, but she's a little bit overwhelmed by all the sustainability stuff. Doesn't know where to start, sees it all, sees customers chatting about it, but doesn't know what to do. She's got two options. Introduce a circular return scheme or a system, donating materials back to Amara. So she's stocking Amara's reclaimed t-shirts made from reclaimed materials. And then she's also going to do a return system where you could effectively donate reclaimed materials, and then they go to Amara, and it creates this sort of circular economy. That's pathway A. Pathway B is not to do that, but actually to stock the t-shirts and then create a storytelling campaign, host events, partner with artists, create a real buzz around the community about these t-shirts and about our shop and about our journey. So two slightly different approaches there. Just in case anyone didn't catch that. So hopefully you're with us still. We'll move on. So same system. Just discuss your thoughts. Which pathway would you choose? Which route? Why? How? Where? What? What's your thoughts? Pathway A or pathway B? And if you've got any questions, you're unsure at any point, please just let me know. Both. Sitting on the fence. Oh dear. Cool. Good start. Anyone else? They're both good. Hopefully what you realize, well, we'll reflect on the workshop afterwards. Start with A and option B as a promotional tool at a later date. I like that thinking. Yeah. Pathway A makes life easier for Amara, but Pathway B is better for Ivy. Stocking reclaimed materials, t-shirts, while creating a community sounds like the best plan. Nice. I like it. I'm going to shut up for a moment and just let you type out. Keep them coming. We'll do another minute or so here and just read them at your own pace. Okay, I'll read them, Jazz. Sure. That's fine. I'll read some out now. I just wasn't sure. Let me know if me talking over it is distracting. I'm just conscious it might be annoying. So please I'll try and get a balance between both. Okay, I really like this one. I would ideally combine the two, just to be awkward. A return system with credit for customers is a good incentive, but it needs promotion. Also, so Pathway B would assist with this. The impact of B, the impact measurement of B is people turning up to and engaging with events. I like that. Why not start with Pathway A and launch community loyalty with option B? Here. Oh, you can't see them, Jazz. Okay, yeah, just refresh if you can't see them. Yes, you need to do both of these. They benefit each other. B, storytelling works. Involve the customers with the journey and great for brand awareness. Okay, I like this. This feels more, I feel this could be a tighter vote here. I think I like the way we're going here with, trying to choose a bit of both. Yeah. And one thing I would remember, well, just to have in your awareness, these are small business owners, like all of you. So the challenges that you face, these people face too. Okay. But yeah, keep it coming. Okay, I'm gonna move on. We've had loads in there just this time. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, closed. Right, we're going to the voting section. Are you ready? Yeah, I think this is gonna be tight. Amber, have a think. Where's your money at? I've got a different poll coming up here. It's more of a dotted poll. Oh, B's in the lead. Oh, it's neck and neck. I feel like people might this could get quite polarized. Yeah, don't fall out over this, people. Stay friends after this. Pathway A, Pathway B, 10-5, 10-5 at the moment. Just communicate with me if I'm moving too quickly, or yep. Okay, 11-5. I feel like Pathway A has got a strong lead now. I don't think it's going to recover from that. Personally, I'd put my money on A. Right, we're going to give it 10 seconds. How many on Zoom? There's 41 of you on Zoom, but not everyone's using the poll, which is absolutely fine. Cool. 12-5. 12-5. Strong. Okay. Oh, 12-6. I think it's Pathway A is going to take this one again. Okay, we're going to close the polls. 3, 2, 1. You're done. You're done. That's it. Time to move on. Okay, cool. We'll close it there. Pathway A was the decision. So to recap, that is introduce a circular return system, donating materials back to Amara. I'm just going to pause here for a second, just so you know, there's another 2 rounds, I think, or 2 more videos, and then we're going to do a reflection on what we've learned. So it's not just going to be doing this for the full hour, just in case you're wondering. We are going to do a reflection and pull some things out. Cool. Pathway A. That's the final decision. Let's go for it. Let's see what Pathway has got for us. Okay, similar to last time, Michaela and anyone else who is struggling with the different voices or just gets a surprise, we're going to have Ivy speak, and then you're going to be introduced to Bob. Bob's your final character, your final business owner. Okay. Ready to go? 3, 2, 1, let's go.
You've chosen the circular return system. Great choice. This will reinforce our store's commitment to sustainability and attract eco-conscious customers. Managing the return system could be complex. We'll need to track returns, issue store credits, and coordinate with Nature's Thread to ensure everything runs smoothly. It's a great idea, but it will require careful planning. Thank you all for your guidance. I'm excited about the direction we're heading. Next, we'll update our website and marketing materials to reflect our new sustainable offerings. Let's see how that plays out in the next step of our journey.
Okay, here comes Bob. Final character. Are you ready?
Hey, I'm Bob, founder of Scurvy Elephant Designs. We're a small design studio focused on collaborating with purpose-driven businesses. When Ivy from One World Outlet approached me about rebranding her store to reflect their new sustainable offerings, I knew we had to take it on. Ivy's working with a limited budget, so I'm considering 2 parts. Pathway A. We could design a standard, well-crafted website template that highlights Ivy's sustainable products. This template could be reused and sold to other small businesses that want an eco-friendly website, but have limited budgets. Not only would this help Ivy get the professional look she needs without breaking the bank, but it would also allow us to create a scalable product, reaching more businesses and maximizing our impact. Plus, the additional revenue from selling the template could fund further projects. Pathway B. Alternatively, we could take a phased approach. We'd start with a basic website overhaul that fits within Ivy's current budget, ensuring her store reflects its new sustainable focus. As her business grows, we could continue to update and enhance her digital presence, adding features, optimizing for SEO, and launching targeted marketing campaigns. This would allow us to build a long-term partnership, gradually increasing our impact on her business as it evolves. What do you think? Which path should I take?
Okay, this is our final decision round. Just to recap there, obviously, thanks for helping Ivy out. Now introduced to Bob. Two options. You can design a template that he could give to Ivy, and then she can bespoke it to the shop. Or they start with a very basic plan and help her get from sort of 0 to 1. And then the idea, I guess, is that as Ivy's business builds and develops, then Bob could grow with it. Those are your two options. No right, no wrong. Just two pathways. I'll let you decide. Are we ready? Back to the... okay, so we finished 13-7 there. Right, next round. This is your last what are your thoughts section. And then we'll go into some reflection after this. So fire it in. Okay, I like it. Should be it shouldn't really be up to Bob. Nice. But Ivy should choose pathway B, as she's at the start of her journey and doesn't yet know how her business will develop. I like that. B, it's more ambitious. Nice. Nice, concise responses. I love this. And what we have done, B, and work towards A. It's what we've done. All right, it's what we've done. Okay, sorry. B and work towards A. Got you. That's cool. So whoever, sorry, I don't know your names on here. So that's interesting. Feel free to introduce yourself in the chat about your real stories, real life stories. Option A, option B, option B. Option B, Ivy will need to grow with the offer. So a phased approach to develop will allow her to do this. Pathway B, grow her business gives her a chance to make more impact. B, support other small business owners. We are in the same boat. Both can learn with each other. In the same boat, both can learn with each other. Bob would like A as he wants to upsell. Yeah, that's a good point. Bob. And maybe create more impact. I don't know. Pathway A seems like Bob is a good fit for Bob's pathway. Feel like a good fit for Bob's company and for Ivy's. Bob can upgrade Ivy's website later if she needs it. Okay, so you're saying lead with pathway A, could develop into pathway B. I like it. It'll be good for him to ensure a long-term business relationship. This will also be good for Ivy to grow her business with her and business, but keep this as a sustainable low-carbon website design. Nice, love it. See, weaving in different themes already. Great, this is brilliant. Not a Bob decision. So probably that's good feedback. Okay, we'll move on because it's your decision. It's not Bob's, it's not Ivy's, it's your decision. That's the name of the game. Are we ready? Final decision, final poll. I'm going to be sad to see this end. 3. Oh, we got one more in. Prefer B with the long-term working relationship and client result were more unique. I don't know how this is going to go. I feel like B, but maybe the A's are staying quiet. Let's see what we got. B's got off to a flying start. Sure, there must be some A's among you. One A. B taking the final victory. A's been dominating so far. B's come in with the last win, I think, by the looks of it. Feel like B's got this in the bag. It's a no-brainer. We'll give it 10 seconds, but this looks like it's done. A done deal. 3, 2, 1. Last chance. Okay, we'll move on. Nice one. There we go. Pathway B it is. 13-2. There's no coming back from that. Cool. Pathway B. Well done. Nice one. Thanks for adding your thoughts in. Let's go and see what Bob had to say about it. Last video, and then we're off to the races, into the reflection. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Excellent choice. By choosing the long-term, customized partnership, we're setting ourselves up to build a strong, ongoing relationship with Ivy. The pros include the ability to start small and scale up as Ivy's budget allows, ensuring that her digital presence grows alongside her business. This phased approach allows us to make necessary updates over time, gradually enhancing her online presence to align with her growing sustainability initiatives. But there are some potential cons to keep in mind. The slower pace of impact due to budget constraints means that we won't be able to achieve everything we want right away. Additionally, maintaining this partnership over time will require ongoing time and resources, which could be demanding. It's a long-term investment, but one that could pay off and create a long-term impact. Thanks for your help. I'm feeling really good about the direction we're taking with Ivy's project. By helping her grow sustainably within her budget, we're also indirectly supporting Nature's Thread, since the success of Ivy's store directly influences the success of the products they stock. It's all connected, and that's what makes this work so rewarding.
There you go. You got Happy Bob at the end of the day. Thank you, everyone. That is the end of the decision-making workshop, or the impact game, we've called it. So we'll go back to the start. So you ended up with Pathway B. We're going to stop the game stuff now and go, thank you, William. Menti is brainstorming style. I agree. Did we end up there? No further votes come in? No. Cool. Right, let's go to the slides. Now we can go back to using the Zoom chat. Thank you for really sticking with that, people. I really appreciate it. That makes all the difference. That really worked well. So thank you for everyone that engaged there. And if you were enjoying just observing, that's also cool. Thank you. Right. What did we learn? What did we get out of that? That was sort of a really kind of, hopefully, we've picked up some lessons there. Let's see what we learned. A couple of things. The future is about impact. The future of business is about creating an impact, using your business as a force for good. The old way of doing business at a kind of really high level, I guess, or risk return, right? Take a risk, look for a return. Purpose is to make money. It's not really a strong purpose. It's more just a core of what you need to run a business, but it shouldn't be what the reason that's driving you in the world of sustainability or impact or sustainable development. There needs to be a deeper mission there. And then do good, donate to charity. Now, don't cancel me here. What I'm not saying do not donate to charity. What I'm saying is, if you are a business and you spend all year just going blasé, not thinking about anything, not really thinking about workers' rights, your supply chain, the environment, and then at the Christmas raffle, you put 100 quid or 200 quid or £1,000 towards a local charity and then wash your hands of it. Well done. We've made an impact. Let's move on to the next year. That's what I'm talking about there, right? That is not doing business sustainably. That's not doing business impact. That's just a nice add-on at the side. It's like going to the gym once a year and saying that I'm fit and healthy, or doing exercise once a year or whatever, right? So that's what I'm, just to frame that up. It doesn't mean you can't donate to charity. Just if that's your purpose, if that's what you're doing to do good, and you're washing your hands of everything else, then that's not really the approach I'm advocating for here today. So the future, the new way, risk return impact. So as we all know, as business owners, there's a risk involved to run a business. You're looking for a return on your investment, your time, your energy, your soul that's gone into this. But you want to create an impact as well. So it's no longer just about risk return, it's about risk return impact. So solve social environmental issues. So the purpose of your business is about solving social and environmental or economic issues, right? Solving those issues, using your business to really get to the bottom of them, and whatever that is. It's not about making money. That's not the purpose of your business. And then doing good and doing well. Okay, these things go hand in hand. You can do good and you can do well as a business owner. That's really what we're pushing towards. And hopefully through the stories that you've heard there, you can see how the characters were thinking about that. So what impact strategies did we discover there? Before I move on, I'm just going to ask you, what impact strategies did you see in those different decisions? What impact strategies, ways to create an impact did you see there? Anything, just put them in the chat. Charlie Richardson, the difference is corporate citizen or a responsible corporate citizen. Oh, I like that. Nice. Collaboration was threaded throughout. Gary, yeah, absolutely. What else we got? Feel free to add it in. Any other impact strategies or sustainability strategies that you noticed that were kind of weaved throughout that game? The choices are based on the needs of the individual and are adaptive over time. Yeah. Cool. We'll move on. Move forward. Keep using the chat though. Okay, so some impact strategies that were in here. Being sustainable by using less resources. Nice one, Tatenda. Love that. Yeah, and that's actually kind of the first one, really. So one of the impact strategies or the ways to create impact that was weaved throughout the different decisions there was, one of them was the circular economy, right? Right, straight off the first round, we had this idea of using reclaimed materials versus or using organic cotton. That was a sort of first impact strategy that was weaved in there. But there was also another one, which we'll come on to in a moment. So things to consider for your own business, for yourself, is how can you reuse, repurpose, and rethink materials? How could you do that as a business owner? Whether you're a product or a service, how could you do that? And I'll show you in a moment 2 examples. That's number one. How can you eliminate waste and extend the product life cycles? Anything there that you think you could do in your business? Consider that. Maybe just note down any ideas, get your notepad out, fire down any ideas here. And then do you know any circular economy stories that you've seen in your local area, hopefully? I think I'm always trying not to use so much anymore, like big stories like Patagonia. And because I think as small business owners, sometimes it can be a bit daunting. So it's nice to hear local stories. So yeah, any circular economy stories that you're aware of, just fire links in the chat. If you know any websites, any businesses, just share them. Should strategies be based on listening to the market? Yes, absolutely, Tammy. I think hopefully that's come through there, is that engaging with your customers, engaging with your suppliers. You can see there all the characters were linked. Okay, let's share a couple. So I don't know if is anyone on TikTok? I'm reluctantly a TikToker. But I'm on TikTok at the moment, and I came across this. Oh, this is actually on my Instagram. But the Chocolate Smiths. Has anyone come across the Chocolate Smiths? Basically, what they make is really thick chocolate bars with like brownies in it and stuff. Like they're really odd, but seem to be really cool chocolate bars. Chocolate Smiths. I think they're based in the northeast of England, sort of Newcastle area. And what they were doing was, because the way that they make these chocolate bars, go and check them out later on, is they get a lot of offcuts from their chocolate. And they were just binning all this stuff. This is all going in the bin. And they admitted this on their Instagram. They were like, it sounds bad, but we were binning chocolate. And so then what they realized is they could package them up into these bags and sell them. So you've got so much value here, so much energy, so much natural resources gone into creating this amazing product, and you're just binning it. So they've obviously come to their own conclusion, being like, this is a waste, and they've moved on. Okay, so it's a simple one. It's not revolutionary, all right, and it's not. Hopefully, as you saw as well throughout the game, there's no pathway that is better or worse, or there's always trade-offs, right? That is sustainable development. It's about balancing these trade-offs. So yes, these are in plastic bags. So another thing for them to consider is going, well, could we find another place to package these rather than just in single-use plastic bags? Okay. Another business, because I don't just want to use products, is Sammy. I don't know if Sammy's on the call today. She might be, but Sammy came on the last course we ran with Small Business Britain, and Sammy's a creative design agency. She builds websites, and the story of Bob either going with templates or long-term partnerships was actually from chatting to Sammy, because Sammy came on the course, this Green Skills one, and was chatting to her a bit. And then one of the things that she shared is she's kind of looking at both options. So templates to help with smaller businesses that really just are trying to start up and don't have a good website, or their website's, not looking great, not well designed. How can she help them? And then use that to create a bigger impact, but also then working with some longer term clients. So again, pathway A, pathway B, you can actually merge the two as well. That's where the game's a little bit fictitious, right? In reality, it's more complex, but that came from chatting to Sammy. So shout out to Sammy if you are on the call, and if you need a website, I don't know, go check her out. Cool. I'm just going to come back to the chat in a moment, but another strategy that was kind of weaved throughout the game, a little bit more subtle because we didn't necessarily go down this route, but the buy one, give one model. So things to consider for yourself is, could you create a buy one, give one model for your products or your services? And do you know any buy one, give one stories of businesses? So what I mean by buy one, give one, if you're not sure, hopefully it's pretty self-explanatory, but if not, that's totally cool. So Tom Shoes, I don't know if anyone still wears Tom Shoes. They were sort of really in vogue circa 2013. They've probably fallen off a little bit since then, but what their model was is you bought a pair of Tom Shoes. They were pretty expensive, to be fair, and then they would donate a pair to a child in need. So nice little trade-off there. You buy a sort of, I guess, a higher end pair of shoes, and then they donate a pair of shoes to a child in need. So that's one example of a product. Again, it's a slightly bigger business, so I try not to use too many of them, but sometimes I can't help myself. But yeah, if anyone knows any buy one, give one stories at a more local level, a small level, let me know. This is something, again, I'm with you all. I'm also a small business owner. One of the things that we've started to integrate at Sustainable Pathways is a buy one, give one model. So whenever we work with larger organizations, we implement this sort of model where we say, well, you're paying a higher price, but with that, then we can run free workshops, or we can subsidize our workshops and our training for people that might not be able to afford it, or smaller businesses. So that's something that we've started to integrate as well into our work. And yeah, it's effective because it's a great way for us all to kind of share that impact, work together. Cool. Moving on. So that's the buy one, give one model that was weaved in throughout. Product design. This is another theme, another strategy that you might want to adopt to make your business more sustainable, to create more impact. So are there more sustainable materials you could incorporate into your products? Have a think about that. How could you design products that are more durable or versatile? Anyone got any ideas here about that? I think, Charlie, what have you said? A good strategy is to look at the materials you use and change them to plant-based. Charlie, we're on the same wavelength. Charlie put this in just before I shared the slide. So yeah, absolutely, totally. This slide hopefully links to that. Charlie, we've looked at our waste and found we could repurpose most of it using a garden shredder and using it as a repurposed packaging. Love it. Great. Nice one. I can provide the slides. The best way to do that, I don't know if they'll be emailed out or if you just drop me a message on LinkedIn, I can share them with you. Yeah. Okay, cool. Moving on. So that's one strategy. I'll give an example here. Or do you know any stories? Please share them. This is a product example. Again, I'll talk about my own case here because I didn't have the time to kind of go and look at smaller case studies, and I didn't want to go and bring in a big company here. So I'll just talk from my own example. One of the things that we've started to develop, so we're sort of training company, we run a lot of workshops, and over the years we've developed loads of slide decks and presentations and workshops. And initially we were just kind of a bit like the chocolate company, right? We were just creating these slide decks, and then they were just sitting in folders, and then anytime we'd come up, have a session, we'd bring them back to life. So we were like, well, how can we reuse these? How can we make our design, if we go back to there, how can we design products that are more durable and versatile, so they're not just single use? So yes, it's not a physical product, but it's still a product, right? So now what we've created is our workshop toolkits on our platform, where you can go on here and other trainers, other facilitators can come on and buy workshops that saves them starting from scratch. So you can, this workshop, for example, the impact game is on there. And yeah, that's available. And so other facilitators, trainers are like, hey, I enjoyed that session, I might want to do that. I can adapt it, I can tweak it, I can buy it. So yeah, that's one way we've tried to integrate this sort of idea of making things more durable rather than single use. And when you access one of those, you get like the toolkit and how you run the workshop and all this sort of jazz. So that's as a service company, because often one of the things that we get on these workshops with everyone in the Small Business Britain crew is like, it's always products. So today I've tried to include more service-based businesses. Cool. Moving on. Social impact and community engagement. I'll carry on. Sorry, I'll look at the chat in a minute. Social impact, community engagement. How could your business invest in the local community? Is there anything you could do there? So one of the themes that we got, I think it was Ivy with the shop. We didn't end up going down that route, but it was about creating local events, storytelling, bringing the community together, doing a sort of using our business as a sort of way to bring communities together. And where I live in Glasgow, there's not really much of that going on. There's not really much of a community feel, and I'm in a big city. So I think there's a real gap for local businesses to maybe help facilitate that have built up strong communities with their customers. How can they use that to extend that? Yes, it comes more work, of course. But yeah, I think there's opportunities there to really use our businesses, ways to bring communities together. Could you create opportunities for underrepresented groups? I don't know if we covered this one in the route, one of the pathways. There was an option to basically do apprenticeship schemes or bring in underrepresented groups, maybe people from different ethnic minorities, refugees, people with learning disabilities, physical disabilities. Okay, how could we use our business to integrate and unify communities? And this is another one. This story is cool. I got this. I did a post on LinkedIn last week asking for examples, or a couple of weeks ago, and I got this one through from Norman's Education. What they do is they, I believe they do kind of music lessons and obviously sell instruments as well. And one of the schemes that they've created is you basically take in an old instrument. So I'm currently learning how to play guitar. Say I want to trade it in for a new one. I can trade it in, and then they will upgrade it, and then it goes on to their sort of marketplace, I guess, where then other people who maybe couldn't afford a brand new guitar can go on and access one at a much cheaper rate. So again, yeah, sort of using their business to support underrepresented groups or people that wouldn't necessarily be able to access musical instruments to learn and get all the benefits from that. So yeah, but another thing they do though is if you trade in an instrument and it's sort of they're not able to sort of retune it, upscale it, then what they do, can't remember the lady's name, but she messaged me on LinkedIn and sent me this. This is a French horn, I think. And they give it to like artists and designers and go, look, we can't turn it into an instrument anymore. It sort of had its day, but then this one was turned into a fountain. I don't know if you can see that. There's someone's garden fountain, French horn garden fountain. So pretty cool. Great way to kind of keep materials in use, durable, and also hopefully what you're starting to connect here, and you were already doing that in the decision making round we were doing throughout the game, was seeing how actually, oh, why couldn't it be pathway A and pathway B, right? So again, hopefully you're seeing how these connect, because this could effectively be a circular economy strategy, but it's also a great way to engage with community and support local communities. So you can see how they can start to connect. It's not sort of A or B effectively. Collaborative impact and co-branding. That was another theme that was weaved throughout the decision-making workshop, something that you can maybe integrate into your business. So are there like-minded businesses you could partner with for greater impact? How might collaboration expand your reach and boost your credibility? That's another, another sort of question to consider. How might you be able to work with local businesses, maybe some competitors, some rivals, to actually work together and create a bigger impact together? Do you know any collaboration stories? I don't know if I've got one. No, don't have one coming up just now. But yeah, have a think. Any ways that you could collaborate with? It doesn't have to be business in the same sector as well. Sometimes some of the great collaborations come out of collaborating with people that are maybe, like for example, in the game we spoke about collaborating with artists to do community events, right? So cool way to create an impact. Storytelling, last one. Storytelling and customer engagement. How can you use storytelling to highlight your sustainability efforts? Could hosting events or campaigns engage customers in your mission? Anything around there? How are you already telling stories? So, for example, the French horns, that's a great story, right? That's something that people then will share around a table or at the pub or at a cafe. So yeah, how could you integrate storytelling as a way to increase your impact, as a way to drive your business forward? Sustainable storytelling or impact storytelling, call it what you want. Yeah, and obviously you might have heard me say this before in these chats, but stories inspire. We're inspired when we learn from each other, when we hear each other's stories. We then often learn from that. Human beings, we're great at social learning. See someone else do something, you're like, oh, I could probably do that, and you give it a go. So sharing stories can have a real ripple effect, as I'm sure we'll have all experienced that in our own personal lives and business lives. Cool. Okay, now we're over to we're kind of a couple of minutes left. I like to finish my workshops with actions you can take. So it's been great. Hopefully, if you've stuck around, you've enjoyed it. It's been fun to spend the time with you, but this is about taking action. It's about doing stuff. So what's one action you could take by next Friday based on what you've learned today, or a thought you've had today, or something that's been covered today? Anything. I call this the looping process. So tensions, what's a challenge you've got as a business? What are some practices you could do? And what's an experiment that you could start with? So what's an experiment you could do by next Friday to really start using your business as a force for impact? And the reason I say by next Friday is it keeps it tangible and it makes it less overwhelming. And then you can build from there. Because when we take action, we get feedback. That feedback can be positive and it can drive it from there. So yeah, pop them in the chat and experiments. Yeah, I'll leave that there just now. And I'm just going to add another thing in. Just have a look at the chat. I'm talking your language, Carol. Nice. Upcycle. Antique. Silver cutlery into Juliet. That is cool. My mum's wedding ring's made from a fork, believe it or not. So yeah, that you're speaking my language. We're speaking each other's language. As a service-based business, I'm really interested in repurposing content. Nice, Gary. I'm glad that sort of landed. Absolutely. Have a think about how you could use that. It's hard when we're service-based businesses, it feels intangible, but actually just treat it like a product. How could you reuse it? How could you recreate it? Yeah. Same principles. So put these in the chat, keep them going. And one thing I'd really appreciate, think of an experiment you could do by next Friday. Yeah, we've got that. Keep them coming in the chat. If you've not read this book, it's a cracking book called Impact by Sir Ronald Cohen. Sort of come over from the dark side and move to the impact world. It's a great book. Choose a problem that affects a large number of people and define a product or service that solves it. So really place impact at the heart of what you do and everything you do. Yeah. I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a review. I've never asked for this, but if you could leave a review of today's workshop and just feedback, thoughts. If you could put your name in the review, this will take you to a link. It's just a very short form. I'll not email you or anything or pester you, don't worry. But yeah, if you could leave a review, it really helps us as small businesses to share the work we do. So yeah, if anyone's been at the Edinburgh Fringe recently, I'm sure you will have heard the comedians and the actors and the performers ask for reviews. So it really helps. So yeah, if you could leave a short review on what you thought of today and any thoughts, feedback, feelings, I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, I think maybe just one last link to pop in the chat and then we're good to go. 2 seconds. And yeah, cool. Yeah, you can also do it on Menti, but prefer if you could do it on here, just because it's great to get people's names behind reviews. Otherwise, people think you're just making them up yourself. So yeah, and any questions? We've got 5 minutes, so I'm hanging around. I'll use the chat. Just pop them in here. You can obviously use the Q&A function as well, but I don't know if we'll get many questions, so just fire them in here. Charlie Richardson, we have one plant-based material that isn't home compostable, and I'm sure we can find a new way that can be home composted and recycled. So I think I will research a new material to replace. Nice. Thank you, Charlie. Great experiment. Cool. So yeah, hang around, ask any questions. We can have a chat in the chat. Otherwise, please leave a review if you're able to. I'd really appreciate it. It would go a long way. And yeah, that's us.
Amazing.
Amber,
Thank
you're
you so
back. You're back. Nice one.
Really enjoyed listening to your session today. We'll leave this on the screen so we've got time to leave a review. Thank you everyone for getting involved in the chat and all the interactive parts. It's been great to hear from you all. We've had a few questions. If it's being recorded, yes, it is, as always. So do look out for an email from us. Don't worry if you missed out on anything. Felix just said, please can I have an introduction to Sammy, the website lady?
Yes. Sorry, Amber, I've just cut you off. I'll put my LinkedIn in the chat. Just drop my message on there, Felix. If you're on LinkedIn, it's probably the easiest place to chat. And then yeah, I can connect you from Sammy from there. Oh, sorry, Amber, on you go.
Cool, can see that.
Yeah.
Cool. So Kieran, any final words before we wrap up today? I know you've shared a lot of information, but any key takeaways that businesses should take today?
Yeah, I think just put impact at the heart of everything you do. So yeah, think about how can you maximize impact, whether you're a product business or a service-based business. Gary spoke about how can he turn his content as a service-based business, repurposing it. So again, just thinking about how can we increase our impact all the time. That's the best way to make your business more sustainable, and it's going to boost cash flow. There's no guarantee with anything in life, but certainly you could see throughout the stories today that there's opportunities to boost your cash flow. Think about the chocolate company. They boosted some cash flow from avoiding putting chocolate in the bin. And yeah.
Claire just said, thank you for all the info. Definitely food for thought. And I love that last slide, that really tangible. What are you going to do by next Friday to actually implement this? And I think that's a great thing to take away, to actually think of the action you're going to take, because I know it can all seem very overwhelming when there's lots of information out there. I think if you're all happy, Kieran, we'll wrap up today's session. I don't think we've got any more questions coming through, but Kieran has kindly put his LinkedIn link in the chat, so I'm sure you can always catch up with him. Or please do feel free to email us at hello@smallbusinessbritain.uk, and one of the team will pick it up and answer your question. Kieran, okay, I think we'll wrap up. Thank you so much for today. Please do leave Kieran a review, and we'll see you on the next Green Skills webinar.
Amber, see you later on. Thank you.
Lovely to see you.